Good evening, I am Amad Dino. Tonight we'll be talking energy. I've been joined by an expert, Mr. Chibueze Ekeh. He is the CEO Ceesolar. He's also an energy expert. He joins me now to break down what really is happening in the energy sector when it comes to Nigerians, what Nigerians are expecting, their projections in terms of power supply, in terms of renewable, non-renewable energy, what the state of things are at the moment, and how Nigeria can move with the times and bring in a new revolution and change for the betterment of all of us in the country. We'll take a look at the issues in the energy sector and really break them down, solutions, problems, and the way forward. All right, Mr. Ekeh, welcome to Top Talk.
Thank you, Amadine.
All right, so let's start with the basics. You're an expert in the field, years of experience, so if you use certain languages, people might not know what's really going on. So let's start with the basics. In the energy sector in the country right now, what are the challenges, the basic challenges you're really facing? When I say energy, I think there's a common thing where energy and power is, interchanged, but I think Nigerians basically know it to mean whether they have power, light or not, so to speak. We know in the country we've been talking about certain megawatts of electricity or power for years now, and we never really see that increase. So what are the challenges? What's really so difficult about doubling or tripling or multiplying these numbers so that we have uninterrupted power supply and other forms of energy?
Okay, thank you. I think, Amadine, the challenge we have is one where, over the years as a country, we haven't really invested much domestically. And when I say invested more domestically, I'm talking about, for example, if you look at the balance of trade for Nigeria, we import a lot of the diesel, a lot of the petrol we use, and, because we import them and these are tied to, foreign currency and, how we're able to actually get them as the case may be, we don't have much control on cost. So that drives cost up for customers. People are paying more today for petrol than they are paying before. They're paying more today for diesel. And they are, trying to solve their own power problem because of the lack of grid supply. On the grid supply side now, there has really not been much investment over the years. About 10 years ago, the generation and distribution segments of the value chain for power supply were actually privatized to some extent. However, because of a few issues, there wasn't much investment over the years. So because of the lack of investments, on the one hand, grid supply hasn't really improved like you would expect for us to have more reliable hours of supply. And Nigerians have spent more recently on alternatives. So it then gives us a chance to start looking at what really could solve our problem today. And that's where people are looking at alternative power, something that is more sustainable, looking at renewable energy, for example. And that's one area that I know, coming back from the COP28, I'm sure that the delegation that has gone there will have a lot to say about, growing renewables as, a way of solving our power problems.
All right, so when you say there hasn't been so much investments, does it mean more money could solve these problems, some of these issues?
Oh, yes, definitely.
And how, really, investing in what specifically? If, say, we wanted to increase power output or thereabout distribution, what exactly should the money be spent on? Is it infrastructure? Is it experts? What are we missing, really?
Yeah, I wouldn't say experts is our issue. Nigerians were very capable. Today, we are doing well in the world of music, movies, and stuff. So we're very talented. We also have very good engineers here. You'll be surprised to know. I would say investments in terms of really, creating those solutions that actually meet the needs of people in different areas. So let's take, for example, Katampe Extension, where we are now. Imagine if Katampe was ring-fenced and there was a dedicated power solution for Katampe. It wouldn't be as cheap as the national grid today because the grid is very big, it's cheaper per person or per house. But at least you will be able to sort of pay a premium and get the value that comes with living in Katampe and getting stable power 24 hours. So such distributed energy solutions are what the world is looking at today. And that's where you have situations like interconnected mini-grids, where you're looking at, on the one hand, augmenting what the grid is doing with renewable energy solutions that are dedicated to clusters and actually there to meet their power needs.
All right, that's fair enough. But what you